I didn't realize she was irreplaceable after I left. I realized it when confronted with silence and memories of what love once felt like. There's a moment every narcissist eventually hits. The moment you realize it's too late. Someone is irreplaceable. And for me, it happened standing in my kitchen thinking, how the fuck do you mess up hot dogs? That's when it hit me all at once. I didn't realize my wife at the time was irreplaceable the day I left. It came later, the next day, unfortunately, right after our separation. One night I was boiling hot dogs, just hot dogs, and I put them on the oven, walked away, and forgot all about them. They boiled over. Water was everywhere. The stove was a mess. I just stood there thinking, how the fuck do you mess up hot dogs? What happened to me? One day I'm eating matzo ball soup. Rich, warm, perfect, like chicken, perfect, flavorful. I mean, a soup that you can't get anywhere, right? And now I can't even make hot dogs. You have to be a special kind of idiot to mess up hot dogs. And that's what I've become. Living alone and realizing I can't cook or function without her. See, I wasn't thinking straight. I mean, I was grateful I had food. I really was, but standing there eating boiled hot dogs, something hit me and my mind collapsed because this wasn't just about food. This was about loss. Her cooking wasn't just meals. It was the smells that filled the house, the warmth, matzo ball soup. She would make perfect chili, fish dinners, bursting with flavors. I've never had anything like that in any restaurant. She never measured anything. She just knew. And she always sang while she cooked. Beautiful voice. She didn't care who heard her. Anybody could listen in. She sang like the world was safe. And there's something else I think about now. In the mornings, I just wanted my coffee. And she'd be singing, standing in front of the coffee maker, blocking me on purpose. And I would get annoyed. I would just say, move. And it was her way of just saying good morning, goofing around. She was being cute and funny. She made the coffee for me. And then she just stood in the way, blocking me, doing it on purpose. Now when I get coffee, there's nobody in the way, just myself. The same person who's always been in the way. We slept in the same bed, obviously, for a long time, but there was something invisible growing in between us, like a glass wall. We could see each other and touch hands and share space, and I just never fully let her in. I never let her in my heart. And that's what narcissists do. We don't destroy things, obviously, right away. We do it slowly. Like, we drain them quietly. She was quirky, goofy, alive. She had so much personality. She would hide my towels when I showered just to fuck with me. She hid my phone just to fuck with me. I mean, it drove me crazy, but it was part of her little games. It was just cute stuff. She loved the motorcycles, like Harley Davidsons. She'd be out in the lawn, like flopping around doing something. I don't even know anything about bikes. I would watch her from the window. She'd be taking something off. And nobody since had that much personality since I've been separate from her. It's not because they're not, they're not good people. It's just her personality, her goofiness, and singing songs when she cooks. All these things slowly stopped. Her hobbies dwindled. The singing faded away. And years later, yes, I still miss her. And yeah, still love her in some ways, but I can't live inside the past. It's over. I have to move on. I can't live with ghosts anymore. There's a whole world waiting for me, and I can't quit. I can't just stop. If I had a time machine, though, I would go back. I would try to fix everything. I'd go back and do something simple. I'd slow down. I would stop being an asshole. I'd talk to her when she blocked the coffee maker, and I would tell her, look, you are irreplaceable, but here I am. Some lessons come too late, and the narcissist always learns them. Standing alone in an empty kitchen, quiet, facing reality, alone, ghost of the past there with you. Finally, understanding what you lost and why nothing or nobody can replace that. And it's hard. It was a hard lesson to learn, but there's only so much I can do. I can't change it. I can't go back in time. I can no longer apologize. I have to learn my lesson and get with God and stay with God. That's all I could do. What else is left? The narcissist always regrets losing you. They always do. The key is they just won't always tell you. Thanks for watching. God bless. Take care of yourself.